Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, tight, please. Double up. He's coming.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Check. Check three.
Now it's Hines. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, they scared. Check.
They run with Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action now. Jackson. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Margus Hunt. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. From the 50, it's Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. From the red zone now, Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Margus Hunt able to record his 5th sack of the season. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kahale Waring, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
1st down, Colts.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hines on a toss play. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Here's Hines. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
6 man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Here's Jackson. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. The 20. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First down, Indianapolis.
On the double. Cookies the mark. Bandit. Bandit. Hey. Hey, check 24.
On 1st down, Hines. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
From the gun, Jackson. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run it with Mack. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. On first down, Watson going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now Jackson going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Watch the
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Watson now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Flushed out right. Incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and 4. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson now. Going top shelf for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check. 25. 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch 29. Hey, check 24. Check. No timeout.
Throwing again is Watson. It's complete. Stills. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson now operating from the gun. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more target. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will have a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action now. Jackson. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. This is Hines. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action. It's Jackson. Catch made here by Campbell. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken from just outside the 30. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson And this is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes up.
And my goodness, another interception. Darren Lee picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Rush in.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
In your face.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Pittsburgh. I smell fear in that offense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, baby.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Play action. Now Jackson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Check 55, Mike. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. Off the play fake. Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll try to run with Hines. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Jackson, off play action. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are